Today we are going to have another market structure that is called oligopoly. Oligopoly is, you can say, that is a real market structure which you can find around you. Okay. So this is very much present in the market. If we see the perfect competition, that's a hypothetical model. Whereas monopoly is usually controlled by the public sector. When government is supplying something and no private sector is allowed to supply that product, for example electricity, so in that case a firm will become monopolist. Okay, so that is usually controlled by the public sector. Whereas monopolistic competition, that is present among very smaller firms, they try to achieve monopoly power. Now the oligopoly means there are a few sellers and many buyers. What it is? There are a few sellers and many buyers of a similar product. Similar but differentiated product. A little bit differentiated, not too much. Differentiated product. For example, I say the telecom industry in Pakistan, the cellular service provider, how many companies are there? 4 in number. And how many subscribers to these companies are? They are in millions. So the product supplied by these cellular companies, that is very much similar, but there is little bit differentiation among each service provider. One company is providing us a very good internet service, whereas the other is providing more coverage to the area of the country or the regions, better coverage. So the products of the telecom services, cellular service providers, they are having similar services, but they have little bit differentiation in their quality of the product. But consumers, they consider these goods quite similar to each other. So when we find there are a few sellers and many buyers of that product are present, so that market structure is called what? Oligopoly. Oligos means a few sellers. Clear? Now, what are the other characteristics of a firm which is operating under this market structure? The other characteristic, that is about interdependence. What do we mean by interdependence? Each firm's decisions are affecting the other firms. When one firm is going to take an action, the rival firms will react to that action, more or less. It depends how rival firms are going to react the first firm. Clear or not? For example, if Mobility company is going to reduce the price of call charges to its customers, what do you think about the other companies? Will they also reduce the price or keep their prices same? They will also reduce. So when we see one firm is taking an action, the rival firms are going to have a reaction. Clear? So this says the decisions of one firm, they are interdependent upon the other firm's decisions. The firms are interdependent upon each other in their decision making. Followed my point or not? So every firm is facing this type of characteristic. Now, do you think there are strong barriers to entry in case of oligopoly? either to compete or to cooperate. So what type of competition the firms are going to prefer? Do you know? Competition is also having two types. One is called price war. Another is called non-price war. Now the cooperation, if firms decide not to compete with each other, they will have the other option to cooperate with each other. So what type of cooperation they will be having? That can be a formal cooperation or formal collusion. Firms merge with each other, they make a cartel by writing an agreement for each member firm. Cartel means when firms join together horizontally, they are producing same product in the market and they make a cartel, and in that cartel they are having a single price for the consumers. So this is a formal collusion, they are cooperating with each other. What is the other form of cooperation? That is informal collusion or tacit collusion. The point I want to make you clear, which is that if firms are going to have price war, so what could be the barriers for the new firms to enter? They will compete on non-price factors. What are the non-price competition factors? Like they are having advertising cost, which can be one of the barrier for the new firms to enter, because existing firms are spending too much money on advertisement of their products. If new firm is going to enter, it has to cross that barrier of advertising the product to the customers. And advertisement means what? To create the demand of the product, to provide awareness to the buyers of the products, to the customers. And advertising is also having the objective of persuasion. What do you mean by persuasive advertisement? In which they are convincing the buyers that their product is better than the rival firms. Clear? So when they are advertising, they are making the consumer aware of the product availability, and if there are going to be any discounts or there is going to be any improvement in the quality of the product, that can be informed through advertisement, which is one of the barriers for the new firms. So one barrier I said, that is the advertising barrier. What else can be the barrier? Second is brand loyalty. What do you mean by brand loyalty? Now firms are competing on the basis of brand loyalty. A customer who is buying Pepsi or Coke, he is very much loyal to that brand. He is not switching over from this product to any of the rival firm product. So when consumers are brand loyal, so the new firms, they will face this as a barrier. Although this is a non-price competition for the existing firm, but for the new firm it will become a barrier. How to break the brand loyalty of the consumers? Clear or not? What else can be the barriers? That is called brand proliferation. Brand proliferation. What is that? Have you heard this thing before? Brand proliferation means one firm is producing many different types of branded goods. For example, do you know Unilever, a company which is providing consumer household items, daily used items like soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, and many things like that. Clear? So how many types of branded items Unilever is supplying? Can you count them? More than 80 branded items So if someone is going to buy surf excel, so he can buy the other products which are supplied by the same seller. If one product is going to have a loss, Unilever is not going to stop its production, but its loss can be covered by the other products. Do you know the niche market? Yes. Niche market means if there is a gap present to enter for the new firm in the competition, so this brand proliferation will cover that gap. How? Surf excel is supplied by, this is a washing detergent, cloth detergent supplied by Unilever. Now it has become expensive in terms of its price. Now it has become upper income bracket product. Now there is a gap present for the entry of new firms for the lower income people. So Unilever introduced another detergent with the name of wheel detergent for the lower income people at less price. They did not leave a room or gap for the entry of new firms into that detergent market. Follow my point? They are producing Lux item, Lux soap, but at the same time they are also producing medicated soap items. Because there was a gap that if someone is not using Lux as a beauty soap, he wants to have another medicated soap, so they are also supplying that no other firm should supply it. So brand proliferation means each single oligopolistic firm is producing many branded items, and it covers the market niches. That niche market means the gap which is left over by the larger firms for the entry of new firms. So when many branded goods are supplied, that gap will not be present. New firms cannot enter. This can be used as a barrier for the new firms. Although this is a non-price competition for the existing firms. Now what else can be there? There is going to be segmentation, market segmentation. What do you mean by market segmentation? Have you studied it? The products can be supplied according to the consumer's requirement, according to their income, according to their gender, according to their area, according to their age group. There can be different market segmentations. Like according to income, Surf Excel is a detergent of high income people, whereas a lower income people can buy wheel detergent. This is income segmentation. Another is that according to age, one firm is supplying the product for young people, and at the same time it is also supplying for the old age people. Clear or not? Like the toothpaste, we can have medicated toothpaste for old age people, like they have to use that item which is medicated for their teeth. Alright, so according to age group we can have market segmentation. Another is according to gender. Some products are specific to the male gender and others are for female. So this is also market segmentation. Some are produced for children, and sometimes they are producing the products according to the regions. In some region, one product is not demanded, while in other region it is highly demanded. So these are the segmentations, market segmentations, which are adopted by the firms in order to stop the entry of new firms, and at the same time they are having non-price war with the rival firms. In case of advertisement, can you find some of the brand ambassadors of the products? Like Wasim Akram has become what? The brand ambassador of Ariel. He is convincing the people that this product is better than the rival products. And you can also see some of the advertisements published by the US media in which Bill Gates, one of the richest person of the world, is also advertising the razors in the advertisement. So why the firms are having such a expensive that by casting the persons who are having very convincing victory in the market for the product. Like the cricketers, people are following their brand ambassadors, those who are the followers of Singapore, they will buy that detergent. And the richest person of the world, if he is advertising a product like a razor, so that will make people to follow that richest person of the world. Clear? So that makes the people to compete not on prices, but they will have the non-price competition. The products which are advertised, the people will become very much brand loyal, and many branded items are supplied, and at the same time we are covering the market niches, and then we will have the market segmentation as well. So these can be the barriers which are present in case of oligopolistic market structure. What else can be there? Now the firm has to decide the profit maximizing level of output again. So what are those? We have different models like price rigidity model in oligopoly, price leadership model, or formal collusion model. Here formal means they make a cartel, and in case of informal we have the price leadership model, that the follower firms are following the market leader. They go ahead for this. Right. Okay, we will do the rest of the things on our next class. So right now I have given you some introduction about oligopoly, and if a firm is operating under this market structure, what type of characteristics it will be showing to us.